Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate,
Hey,
activate, let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
hey, hey.
Let's go.
They say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey,
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hi, hi everyone. I forgot I was live. I was sitting there looking on the couch. doing too much. I'm doing too much. I'm like, well, I might as well lay here and have some fun to go to the gym. And then I thought about it. I'm like, you're in live. Get up. I'm like, oh my, like run back here. Completely forgot. Okay. I've been here, there, this, that. Okay. I'm all over the place. Okay. Thank you on Chuck Plastic for sticking in there with me. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Jimmy says, did you call Stevie J and let him know the lawyer up? Stevie J defending him. You can see that girl. Stevie J said nothing in this city shall prosper. And I'm like, girl, that's what that word. So this is right. And then he's like reaching for it, and I want this. Oh, it is a sorry, I forgot to switch internet. Okay, we should be good now. Okay, we should be good. Sorry. I told you I completely forgot I was live. I literally like went and laid down on I don't know what I started it, and then I'm like, okay, let me run. And I usually make my little tea or coffee, and I'm a girl. Oh my God. Oh my God. So we should be fine. Sorry. I forgot to switch that over. Look, I've been going live a lot for y'all. You know what? You know what? I'm not sorry. Okay? So am I apologizing for? Okay? Now I love y'all. Okay? I ain't gotta be here, girl. I'm here for y'all. And I'm a girl. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. I'm not apologizing to y'all. Girl. Nah. This is the Sean Debbie Way show. This is my show. Okay? Now I love y'all. Y'all deserve me. Yeah, it's okay. Now I am 6'4" of greatness. Okay? Because I feel a little backed into Wakona by y'all. Just a little piece. Okay? And I'm a girl. Now, thank y'all for being here. Okay? Y'all didn't have to be, but you are, and I'm a girl. Okay, I really appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Look at here. I know we're not together. I know we're not together. Okay? Little piece. Unorthodox, short when we want to, late all the time. Oh well. Okay, it's still a really good show when we get the audio and when we show down. It'd be a good time. So welcome, okay, to the Sean Davy Way world. All right, we are a mess. We absolutely are, but we're a good mess. And I'm a god. Shout out to Taurus Queen for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much, sweetheart. If you got a membership from her, say thank you. Put some hearts or some flames, in the chat. And I'm a girl. And so I love y'all. Correct, I am a man. All right, that's what that word. Okay. Now I love y'all. The title of the show says Quincy Brown did not snitch on Diddy! Exclamation. Absolutely. Kim Porter's case reopened? Question mark. Oh my God. Quincy running. A little piece. Diddy and Quincy beef. Absolutely. Now I do feel that Quincy and Diddy are not on good terms. I don't think that they're on the best of terms. And I think the reason or when that started was in 2015 when Kim Porter passed away. If I'll Be Sure came forward and said, Mods, can you guys drop my P.O. box, please? If I'll Be Sure came forward and said that Kim Porter was murdered, that she was unalived, Quincy and I'll Be Sure have a relationship. They do. Okay. Quincy loves his father, and his father loves him. Okay, Quincy is not the only child that I'll Be Sure has. I'll Be Sure is the wonderful father. Okay. Um, so with talking to his father, you're not going to convince me with Quincy being an adult that I'll Be Sure never said the claims of what happened to his mother and what I'll Be Sure thinks happened to her. Okay. That's when I believe Quincy and I'll Be Sure became closer. Okay. That's when I believe that they became, their unit became stronger. Diddy was doing everything in his power since Quincy was born, pretty much, like not too soon after Quincy was born, to remove Quincy, or I'll Be Sure, his father, to remove him as the father figure in his life, to become more important than his biological father. So their relationship throughout the years was strained. And it wasn't strained because I'll Be Sure is not a good dad. It was strained because Diddy controls everything. Even trying to change Quincy Brown's last name to Combs. Okay. Which I'll Be Sure would not let happen, because in order to do that, I'll Be Sure would have had to given up his rights to his son, which he's tried to force him to do in the past. Okay. Kim Porter has never dated Diddy. I want to get that out of people's mind. Okay. Cassie never dated Diddy. There was a label that Diddy put on the relationship and would force the women to go along with it. All right. Go back to Cassie's lawsuit. I can pull that up right now. She said it at the beginning of the relationship. She never found Diddy attractive. She never found him attractive later either. But she wanted nothing to do with him. She just looked at him as this like older male. That was her boss. She not a fiber in her body wanted to be with Diddy. She didn't want to, nothing about him she wanted, which makes a narcissist like him, a devil like him, even more interested. You can't tell someone like him, somebody that's used to getting everything they want, you can't tell them no. If a child is extremely spoiled, right? And every time you take them into a store or somewhere, they're used to getting something, even if it's something small. If you tell them no, what's going to happen? Absolutely. Tantrums, all of that stuff, because they're not used to being told no. They're not used to that. So they're going to do everything in their power. They have to kick and scream and knock stuff down and run around the store and go hide and whatever they got to do to get what they want, they're going to. So it's no different than with an adult. Just you act differently. You don't throw like literal tantrums anymore, but the things that you do after can be tantrum like, only doing it because you are being told no. So he, coming into Kim's Porter's life, he did not give her an option. She never had an option if she wanted to date him or not. He kind of just took her. And it's the same thing with Cassie. Cassie never had an option if she wanted to be with Diddy. He forced it upon her. Okay. So the girl was running the whole time they were in a relationship. She didn't want to be with him, like at all, around him, nothing. Due to perception and public perception, she claimed him because that's what she was told to do. Okay. Not because she's like, this is my man. No, not at all. She would be questioned in interviews and whatnot about Diddy, and she would play her part. She knew she had a part to play. She knew that she needed to stay safe because she knows how dangerous he is. No different than with Kim Porter. The same thing. Kim is the original Cassie. No one came before her. Like Kim was like the technical first woman that Diddy kind of just stole and took to do what he wanted. He did what he wanted to do with Kim Porter. And I think that I'll Be Sure and Quincy have had conversations about this. That, when people were saying that Diddy was trying to take I'll Be Sure's life, I don't think it was because of the Kim Porter thing. I think it was because of Quincy. Diddy's relationship runs deep. Now let's pull up the reason we have the title. Why we have the title, and I'm a girl. Let's pull, um, what should we do first? I guess we should do Let's do Shade Room. Let's start with the Shade Room because the Shade Room posted this. I read it. I was like, yeah, we're going to talk about this. So yeah, where he at? Quincy trends online amid reports of Diddy's homes being raided. For about the last 24 hours, Sean Combs has been the hot topic given the bi-coastal raids of his homes. As a result, folks online also have eyes on the people in Diddy's life, including his stepson, Quincy Brown. Brown is the biological son of the late Kim Porter and Al B. Shore. However, P. Diddy has always publicly embraced Quincy as his child. Given his relationship with Porter, Kim passed away in 2018. Sean and Quincy's, did I say 2015 or 2018? Sean and Quincy's father-son bond seemed to continue being strong. Okay, now you see this picture right here. This is a picture of Quincy, Al B. Shore, and Diddy. The only reason this picture was taken is because Kim Porter was Kim Porter was alive, and she requested the photo. And she requested this photo. Al B. Shore hates Diddy with a passion. He hates him. So the only reason this photograph, and this is like Quincy's premiere, when I believe this movie was for like Netflix or something like that, the holiday calendar. And Kim Porter was there as well with her other children, her twins and Christian. The only reason this photo was taken, it was taken per Kim Porter's request. Otherwise, you would have never seen Al B. Shore in this photo. Al B. Shore hates him with a passion, but one thing these three men have in common is that they all love Kim. Okay, it was hard for them to well, I don't know about Diddy, but it was hard for Quincy and Al B. Shore 100% for him to say no to Kim because he always loved her and she always loved him. Okay, Kim didn't see other people. I believe in my heart, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. I believe the reason Kim, because Diddy was with all type of people. Even when he was in a public relationship with Cassie, Kim was not in a relationship with nobody. She wasn't with anyone. As far as we knew, she was just a mom taking care of her kids. I think the reason being is because I'll be sure. I think Kim was always in love with him. I don't think Kim ever stopped being in love with Al B. Shore. I don't. And I don't think he ever stopped being in love with her. I think it's truly why Kim didn't move on when Diddy would. When he would be in relationships with, the Cassies and the Ginas and the Carishas and, all of that, she didn't. Kim did not publicly date anyone besides Diddy. Okay? The only two men that are truly connected to Kim are Al B. Shore and Diddy. That's it. There's no other man that came forward saying, I was in a relationship with Kim and I were dating. Because of Diddy, because he kept control of her. Even when he wasn't with these women, he still controlled them. No different than Misa Hilton. She can try to make it seem like Diddy don't control her, which is Justin Combs' mother. Yes, he does. He absolutely controls you. And it's no different than with Cassie. When they weren't together, Cassie she was in a whole nother relationship. And he made make the car Kid Cudi's car. He was in a whole nother relationship. He was with other people. He was dating other people. He wasn't with her. Because why would she be in a relationship with Kid Cudi if she's dating Diddy? Why? That doesn't even make sense. The relationship wasn't hidden. It's just he was that controlling. So she was afraid to be public with Kid Cudi. Not that she didn't want to be. Same thing with Alex Fine. Same thing. Alex encouraged her to let people know that they were in a relationship by giving each other a kiss in that photo, that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day photo years ago. To where everybody knew, like, okay, she really is with him. Because they didn't say nothing. People assumed, there was rumors that Cassie had moved on and was in another relationship. But we didn't know. It wasn't fact, but there were rumors. But we didn't know. So let's start with let's finish this so we can continue into Quincy. So is Quincy still in Diddy's corner? But in the last 24 hours, Quincy has been hush hush on the allegations surrounding his stepdad. On Tuesday, March 26th, his name was high trending topic on Twitter, formerly Twitter, well, X, as people began weighing in on his recent public absence from Diddy's life. You might recall that Diddy stepped out with his biological sons, Christian and Justin Combs, earlier this month. This marked one of the few rare public appearances he's made since the SA and abuse allegations against him started piling up at the end of last year. Quincy was notably absent from the father-son dinner in Nobu in West Hollywood. As of Tuesday, March 26th, fans also noted that Quincy hasn't posted any content on his Instagram or X profile. Additionally, the singer's comment section in his Instagram feed post is limited, meaning no additional comments are allowed. His most recent post on March 23rd focused exclusively on prompting his single, Perfect in My Eyes. As Quincy's silence and public distance seemingly continues, social media isn't holding back on the jokey jokes about his whereabouts. You're seeing people post on, I'll be sure Quincy watching the time. They've been Quincy while his brothers are getting arrested. So people have been going in on Quincy and wondering why Quincy has been so quiet. Okay. Now, again, since about 2015, 2018, around that time is when I started noticing that Quincy was separating himself. But before we get into that, let's get into where Quincy is. Okay. And I'm like, girl. So let's get into Quincy's. Quincy lives in New York. All right. I want to make that apparent. Quincy moved back to New York in 2021. 2021. Quincy moved back to New York. And where does Quincy stay in New York? I'll tell you right here. Quincy was born in New York and was raised by his grandmother in Georgia and his mother in the city. It was here that she dated a young Sean Combs, who later adopted Quincy. Quincy's mom passed away of pneumonia 3 years ago. This was in 2021. So this is also the chance to remember her life there, including her apartment just off of Central Park North. Quincy's quote, apartment 7D, not the top, one from the top. I just remember loving the elevator. I remember just ripping and running through these streets, he said about the apartment. And so Quincy has been living in New York, all right, since 2021. When you see him with his sisters and his brothers and Diddy, it's because he's visiting Diddy's homes. Quincy is the only one that has his own place, but it's technically not his own place. It's Kim Porter's, but Diddy owns it. Okay, the apartment Kim Porter bought a long time ago. Even Quincy even remember being in it when he was like a little kid, running the streets of New York. She still owns it. Okay, so Quincy has been living in New York since 2021. Okay, in his mom's old apartment. Quincy is a mama's boy. He's always been a mama's boy. The boy's heart is probably still broken because he's not a boy, he's 32. But the man's heart is probably still broken from losing his mother because she was everything to him. So him living in her old apartment there makes complete sense. Like, why wouldn't he? To be close to her, fond memories of her. So he's been living there since 2021. Now, so what people saying like, oh, well, where is he? Why wasn't he there? He has his own place. Christian and Justin are losers, and they still live with Diddy. Let's just keep it real. They're losers that still live with their daddy. Absolutely. Quincy in his 30s, headed to his 40s. Why would he still be living with Diddy? Like, gross. But he was. But he was. But he was. So, I mean, I think he moved out when he was like, what, 29? 28, 29 is when he moved out, I believe. And when he moved out, when he was 28, 29, hold on, let me pull up that because we can get into that too. let's pull up why he truly moved to New York into his mom's old apartment. He had multiple reasons to do so, but let's get into this. Right here. Power 3, raising Kanan. Have you said that? Post mortem. Quincy Brown talks Crown's fatal mistake. So, if you didn't know, when Quincy was 29, he played a role on the show Power, which is 50 Cent's show. His father's mortal enemy, his stepdad's mortal enemy, 50 Cent. He'd been separating himself from Diddy. So this didn't just start. Quincy's not stupid. He's not dumb. And all of the lawsuits, Quincy's not named in any of them. Justin Combs is a defendant on Lil Rod's lawsuit. He absolutely is. And for multiple things. For bringing underage people to parties and whatnot around Diddy and doing things to and with them. The pow-powing of G in the bathroom at the studio. Lil Rod does not know who did it. Okay, so people are going around saying that Quincy or that Diddy is the one that pow G in the bathroom. It could have been Justin because Justin was in the bathroom with them. He was in the bathroom with him. So it could very so much have been him. It could have been either one of them. So Lil Rod never specified who actually did the pow-powing. He don't know. He just know both of them was in the bathroom with G and G was popped. He wasn't in there. So he can't say whether it was Diddy or whether it was Justin, but it was one of them. Okay. So that's another reason why Justin will definitely be, if there's some RICO charges that are going to come from this lawsuit with Lil Rod, Justin will be arrested too. He absolutely will. If G testifies and says that Justin did it or Diddy did it, honestly, I think it was Diddy. I don't think it was Justin. And if Justin did do it, I think Diddy told him to. So, and Diddy's so evil because, again, G, the person that was pow-powed, is Justin's friend. That's how he came into the equation around him and around Diddy at all, right? So for Diddy to push him to who he feels like he should be, like thug, mob, wannabe type style, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Pop him. So that's only, because like father, like son. So like Diddy, if he's training Justin to become him, and whatnot, then it's possible that because Diddy has done that. I mean, look at Biggie. Look at Biggie. Look at what he did to his own friend, his best friend. Yeah. And I'm a girl. It's no one's stupid. Diddy, Biggie was popped with Diddy, but nothing happened to Diddy. Diddy wanted to make sure that he was there so that he could be exonerated immediately, basically. Because it's just like, well, how can I pop out somebody or have somebody pop out that I'm with? It could have happened to me. I was in a car with him, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So I could completely see him having Justin do it. But back to Quincy. So Quincy worked with, empowered, Lord powered. He worked and linked with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent, we all know, and Diddy hate one another. 50, obviously, because he's always taking jabs at Diddy. So, of course, why would he not use this as an opportunity to throw it in Diddy's face, which 50 Cent absolutely did. So they've been separated themselves for a while. But when he went to do Power and whatnot, he was already in New York. So he decided to move back into back into his mom's old apartment that she still owns there. So that's exactly what he did. He moved back in. This day right here, I believe this is the 16th. So March 16th, you see Quincy here with the Combs twins. So people saying that he is no longer in Diddy's corner. That is a lie. Okay, Quincy will not go against Diddy. Why? Number one, why these girls are still minors, because he knows he'll never see them again. Diddy will make sure of that. And he loves his sisters. So if you okay, here, let's hold on. Let me pull up because I want to show y'all this proof. So this is on the 16th, right here, March 16th. You see the twins and well, all three girls and Quincy. Now let me pull up Diddy. Pull up Diddy. Oh shit. Okay. There we go. On March 16th, you see Diddy with all three of his daughters. Okay. There's Diddy. On the 16th, they went to Coachella to go see Kanye West. On the 16th, right? It was dated at the bottom of the picture. It says the 16th. Okay. Now, if you go to Quincy's IG, okay, right here on the 16th, same day, he was with his sisters. So that means Quincy was with Diddy. They were all together. Like what are people talking about when they say, "Oh, he snitched on Diddy and where's Quincy? Quincy's hiding." Other than no, Quincy's not hiding. Quincy's not hiding. Why do people expect? First of all, Quincy don't owe Diddy nothing, and he don't owe us nothing either. Okay, he don't have to speak on what's going on. Did he speak on it last year with Cassie? No, he didn't say a word. So why would people be expecting him to say something now? Y'all are weird. He's not going to say anything. None of them. None of them. Quincy's not going to say anything. Christian's not going to say anything. None of them are going to say a word. Quincy loves his sisters. They're all he has left. They look just like his mama. They all he have left. Why would he say anything to risk losing his sisters? Diddy has custody of them. It's Quincy Brown. We know it's not Quincy Jones. Quincy Brown, people going to slip in the chat and say Jones because he's the most popular Quincy. And hell, I may even slip and say Jones too. It's Brown. We know. We get it. Oh, well, he right here. He right in front of us. Obviously, we not talking about Quincy Jones. Like, Quincy Jones ain't never been this fine. So, and I'm like, go DM her. If y'all looking for Ava, go DM her. She's not hiding. Her Instagram is up. It's not private. Go DM her. If y'all want to know where she is, I'm not a stalker. I'm not gonna go like literally stalk these people. I'm not gonna do that. Go DM Ava Combs if you want to know where she is. It's not under Combs, it's under Barino. But go DM her. Like, I'm not gonna look for a child and go DM a child. I don't deal with children. I don't. You got to be 18 and up. So I won't be reaching out to her or none of that stuff. That's weird. I'm a grown ass man. If I feel like it's inappropriate for Diddy to be doing so and doing the things that he's doing, why would I? Like, I'm not. So if you're concerned about Ava and want to know where she is, I can tell you this: she lives in New York. She does. She does. And she's alive. She's alive. I'm not going to go talk to her though. I'm not going to do that. I just think it's weird. I'm not. But she's not a missing person or anything like that. She's not. Boom. She's not a missing person. So if people are going around saying that that's not true. She's not a missing person at all. She's not. She does show face. She does. Shout out to Ava. Now the backstory of her, but and she still is around Diddy, and she still is around the Combs sisters, and stuff like that. 100%, absolutely. No, I'm not getting upset. I'm getting annoyed because they keep spamming the chat like she in my living room. Ava, come here. Like, yeah, I don't know her. So, yeah. So, and on the 16th, Quincy was with his twin sisters and the other sister. And Diddy, if you look in the background, they're at the home that was raided. Look in the background. Let me make it bigger. If you look at the pictures from the raids, this is the house they're at. Mhm. Absolutely. This is the house they're at. And Quincy was there too. Okay. This was what, about a week ago, week and a half ago, well, a week and a day or two ago. So yeah. And then not to mention, again, if you pay attention, you can easily find Quincy right here on the 4 days ago. Quincy posted, "My life is a movie. However, everything I do is not in front of the camera, but this one I'm very proud of. Cannabis has a huge part, been a huge part of my life. So to now be a part of this business is highly fulfilling." So Quincy, again, has been separating himself from Diddy. It's just he can't just, you got to wean yourself off of somebody like him. You don't get to just run. Quincy is still controlled by Diddy. He 100% is. The reason why Quincy took the power role in the first place, he wouldn't have done it if Diddy didn't want him to do it, which it was rumored that Diddy was trying to get Quincy not to do it. But Quincy still ended up doing it. And I think the reason he did was because Diddy wanted to make it look like there's no beef between him and 50, because he's always trying to make it seem like him and 50 are cool, but they're not. They're not. And Diddy know why. And Diddy know why. Now, at this dispensary that Quincy has just partnered with, right here, there is the address for it. Okay, 21 Hillhurst Avenue. And I'm a girl. If you put that, like me, if you put that into Google, it shows you that it is a dispensary, the Set Dispensary. Where is this? In Los Angeles, California. Okay, right by the home that was raided. Okay, it's not too far from the home that was raided. So again, Quincy was there. He was around his brothers and all of that. He was around his sisters. Yeah, he has not snitched on Diddy. He is not hiding. If anything, I think he is running from Diddy. I think he is trying to get away from him. I think he's been trying to for years to get away from underneath the, because they are more so famous because they're celebrity children, like Christian, King Combs, like all the twins. They're all famous out of association. None of them have their own, like, we did this and this made us famous. No, they're due to association. So while the person is liked, you're going to be liked, right? Because of association. If the person, the celebrity that you're related to, is not liked, what do you think is going to happen to you? So I think this is why Quincy, for years, has been trying to separate himself from Diddy by moving out. He stays in New York. He does not live in Miami, and he does not live in California. The losers do. The loser, King Combs, he lives in Florida, in the California home, and so does Justin. The losers live there. The ones that ain't doing nothing with their life. Nothing. King Combs keep trying to make music happen when his father is the devil. It's just not happening. Let it go. Delicious just still look like a man. Let it go. Let it go. It's not going to happen. Yeah, he done made a cute single, but no, your dad, absolutely not. And Justin is the whole loser. Justin don't do nothing. What do Justin do besides spend Diddy money? What did he do besides going around swiping his father credit card, sleeping with females all day, and doing both of them? Quincy only smoke weed. He don't do the other stuff that they do. That's why you don't see Quincy partying with Diddy like Justin and Christian, because Quincy don't do all that. Quincy has to he's making a life for himself outside of Diddy because his sisters are getting older. That's really his true, to me, in my opinion, that's what Quincy's true connection to Diddy is right now, is his sisters. He's not going to leave them. If he heard what happened to his mom, why would he leave his sisters in that predicament? Why would he snitch? Snitching or anything like that going against Diddy is him going against his sisters. He loves them. He loves his sisters. He's not going to risk anything. He's not going to do that. That's why you don't, Quincy will not say a word about anything that's going on because he hasn't. This isn't the first allegation about Diddy. Last year, Cassie wasn't the first allegation about Diddy. There's been allegations out there about Diddy, and Quincy ain't been saying nothing. So why would he say something now? That don't even make sense. That's something like with the shade room of people on Twitter. Y'all can shut the up because Quincy don't owe nobody nothing. Leave him alone. Looking at Quincy's social media, let's look at it. We can go on his Twitter too. Looking at his social media, and I'm a girl. Let's go. Looking at his social media, and I'm a girl. It's going like, hello, what are we playing? Like tic-tac-toe? Okay. Looking at his social media. Let's keep looking. Let's keep scrolling. 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 You should see his brother. Go him and his brother. I'm a Christian. Okay. But let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. Hurry up. Quincy is so cute. But if you scroll down Quincy's social media, and I'm a girl, I keep having y'all scroll. I'm doing the let's keep scrolling to show that he don't have nothing to do with Diddy. Where do you see Diddy? Where do you see him? Where do you see him? We are scrolling and the scrolling. Hold on, let me scroll back up so y'all can see that we did a lot of scrolling. Hold on. A lot of scrolling. A lot of scrolling, and I'm a girl. Where y'all see Diddy at? Where y'all see Diddy at? Even the last video he only took it with his sisters. He made sure Diddy wasn't in the video. And I'm a girl. Where y'all see Diddy? Where is he? Where he at? He loved him so much. He took her. Are you sure? You sure? Where is he? Where he at? Where he at? And I'm a girl. They gonna get with his sisters. Where is he? He loves them so much, though. Girl, please. Quincy Ben separated himself from Diddy. Ben separated himself. He go again with his sisters. He's not gonna leave these girls. So he will do what he needs to do to keep Diddy, to stay in Diddy's good graces, because he doesn't want to risk losing his sisters. He cares way too much about those girls. Way too much about those girls. Also, Quincy has been performing his song. He has a new single that he made in New York. And he has been going around promoting his new music. And I'm a girl. Quincy ain't thinking about no Diddy. He's not thinking about him. Like, if anything, he's trying to get away from all of that. His sister's about to be grown soon. Within what, a year and a half or so? The twins will be 18. So, yeah, he's not going to say a word. He's not. He's not going to say a word about him. So, again, Quincy right now is in Florida. Right now, Quincy's in Florida. Absolutely. And I should have said that earlier because one of the twins posted a picture on a couch with Quincy. So Quincy is with them right now. He with them right now. How he snitched with them. That's weird. How the shade room people like that. Oh, he needs to face it. He don't need to say nothing. Oh, he's deserted Diddy. No, if you look at his social media and stuff, he's been not including Diddy in it because he knows how highly associated he is with that name. And if Diddy's name is getting bad press, the closer Quincy is to him, anytime somebody's going down, whoever is around them is subject for going down too. It's subject for the takedown as well. Like 100%. So just being attached to that person on different people like Jay-Z, all of that's like, oh, where's Jay-Z at? All of that, like, why is people saying Jay-Z? He got his own possible cancellation scandal that's about to pop. Why would he be worried about Diddy? Because if it was happening to Jay-Z, Diddy wouldn't be saying nothing. Because it would be the same thing in reverse. It would be the, why Diddy ain't saying nothing? I thought Diddy was cool with Jay-Z. Why? Why? Because, yeah, one scandal at a time. Jay-Z don't want no involvement. That's why he hurry up and cancel the Rock Nation brunch. And I'm going to keep saying that. Because Jay knows there's a big target on his back now. There's a big target on his back now. Absolutely. They put these black men in situations of power to take it away so that the white ones can keep theirs. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. This is what they do. 100%. So they'll put people like Diddy, Jay, Bill, and so many others in places of power so that the people that are connected to them, you know, the white ones that basically showed them, the Five Davises and, you know, people like that showed them what to do, they'll be the takedown because people like Diddy and them, they so flashy, you know, and all of that all up in your grill. Because there's people that are billionaires and won't even know their name. We have no idea that they're billionaires. We don't know nothing about them because they're not take that. They're not throwing $1 million parties and, you know, they're not doing all of that flashy. Y'all gonna be the first ones to go down. The first one. So yeah, they'll elevate y'all and put y'all in, just like they're gonna elevate other people. Now they're gonna elevate people like the Kendrick Lamars and, you know, people like elevate them, the Drakes, all of that, elevate them to a point to bury them. So we can keep everything that we have. Because while they're burying them, they're buying all of their stuff. While they was burying Robert Sylvester, it was multiple people that helped him do what he did, the higher ups, that literally bought the catalogs, all of that stuff. Same Prince, when they was taking Prince down, when they removed Prince from the elite, when they said it was time for Prince to go, because Prince was causing more problems, but Prince's problems were behind the scenes. See, Prince wasn't all up in your face with it, but a couple times. Prince was one that came forward talking about he was a slave, you know, all of that he removed his name. His name was just some all of that to make public statements to know, because back in the day, it wasn't as easy to like how social media is. You say one thing and it's everywhere. It's viral. It's everywhere. Back in the day, Prince will literally go on television shows and stuff like that to let people know what was going on in the industry, but he only say so much. So when it got to the point of when it was time to take Prince out, when it was time for Prince to go, because some people, they won't bury publicly, like what public humiliation is usually the flashy people, because they have done and will do a lot because they get cocky, you know. And when I like Diddy, Prince was a behind the scenes type of person. Yeah, Prince had these parties that people would say that was sketchy, you know, all of that. There was a lot of like gay stuff going on, all of that stuff, but it was behind the scenes. You know, it wasn't like Diddy. You know, he tried to bring people in and turn them and all of that stuff. Prince was not like that. Prince was like, look here, look, this is what we're doing here. You either down with it or you ain't, you know. So if you ain't with it, go on about your business. And if you is, hey, you know, how Prince was. Diddy is forcing it upon people, spiking drinks, all this stuff. Prince wasn't doing nothing like that. That none of that stuff was going on at Prince's party. And the majority of the people enjoyed his parties. Jamie Foxx talked about a party that he went to, a Prince's, and Prince had on like ass chaps or whatever. It was like butt was out, you know, and whatnot. And because Prince always wore heels, but he said he had on heel stuff. So, but he ain't saying nothing about weird stuff going on. It wasn't nothing weird. It was just people chilling. It just is what it is. You know, Prince loved everyone, invited everyone around him. So when it was time to take Prince out, there is no public burial of anything like him, like they're doing with Diddy, Bill Cosby, Sylvester Kelly. There's no burial. We're just gonna get rid of him. Like he has to go. He has to go. You know, with what he's about to do, because Prince was very vocal. Even before he passed away, his last tweet and his last Instagram post was, just when you thought you were safe, the man died right, literally same day. That is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence that he passed away the same day. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So yeah, shout out to Quincy and I'm a girl. Has not turned on Diddy or anything like that. No, he has not snitched. If anybody snitched, which we can get into that too real quick before we move on into Kim Porter. Girl. If anybody snitched, it was them. If anybody snitched, it was them. They told the law enforcement, HSI Homeland Security, that Diddy was at the airport. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. They did not know Diddy was at the airport. I know they didn't. They got Diddy at the airport after Justin Combston was arrested, were detained. Absolutely. If anybody snitched, it was them. Here go the snitches right here. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. If anybody snitched, here they go. Right, the man right here. If anybody snitched, because again, Diddy was at the airport when they stopped him. Okay, before he was allegedly boarding a friend's plane. See, Diddy set up a decoy flight. His black plane, because you know he likes BBC. So his black private jet, he sent that to throw them off. Because there was no reason, because he's not on a no-fly or anything like that. So it's like, why wouldn't you take your own jet? So people saying that Diddy had sent that flight to Antigua basically as a decoy, if you will. I don't believe that at all. Diddy's, you want to know what I think? I'm going to tell you what I think of them, girl. Homeland Security came on this day for a reason. Look at here. Let me pop Diddy real quick. We're going to come back live later and get more into this. But let's pop Diddy real quick. Why not? We ain't doing nothing. Why not? Actually, let me. We're on TMZ. Let's just go to. Oh, wait, hip hop. Hip hop. Hip hop. Okay, we don't want to see Travis and no Taylor Swift, no Booty Swift. We do not want to see her and my girl. Let's pull this up real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up Diddy. Let's pop Diddy real quick. Let's pop Diddy. Hello. What the fuck? Okay. Let's pop Diddy. Okay. Diddy got popped at the airport. Oh, I was in the wrong tab. Duh. Sorry. He was in the airport, and while he was in the airport, the drug dealer of his, Brendan, had got arrested. Right? Let's pull this up. And they said, because here's the picture of Diddy right there, and then you see Paul, which is the one that was the mule, if you will, and they were getting on this white jet right here. Diddy's flight, his plane was already on its way to Antigua. So that flight that was on its way to Antigua, I think that they was trying to bust him like in real time doing ex-African. Imagine how many people you can get onto a plane. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. I think they were trying to get Diddy in the process of basically like a whole, either that or Uggs, one or the other, either African or because that decoy flight that went there, that's what they said. They can't say who was on it or anything like that because eyes weren't supposed to be on it. So I don't think in my heart's heart that it was a decoy flight. No, I think Diddy was always planning on getting on this plane because he has his planes do other things, have it, because it doesn't just stay in one spot. That plane is off the ground often. So with it being off the ground often, was he using that plane to Africa? Was he literally in the process of that? And then another thing that brings my mind to that is because the Brendan Paul, the one that they arrested for the Uggs, that's another thing that makes me think so, because why was he there? What reason would the only person that has Uggs on them be with you? Whether a recop or it was definitely a lot of illegal things that were going on because his twins, or all three of his daughters, were present with him at that time. So if you got your kids and stuff with you, and you traveling on a flight with Snow Schnane, and other, what? What? Yeah, it was a lot of illegal stuff going on. So I think that they were trying to catch him in the act. So with Diddy getting wind of it, I think he called certain people and whoever was originally supposed to be getting on that flight, because literally makes sense of that. Why in the world would Diddy be on getting on this private plane, but his private plane is en route? Where is it going? And he wasn't on it. He was never on that jet. That's why I was saying unconfirmed if Diddy was on the plane. He wasn't. He was here. You can't be in two places at once. I was in Antigua and in Florida at the same time. No, I think he was sending that flight because, again, with the African and stuff like that, it's more overseas. It's a lot of it going on here. Oh, absolutely. It's crazy here in the United States, but it's usually here and there. So most people are affect out of here, not just sitting around, because it's too easy to get caught. So it's better to either bring people out or bring people in, not let's take these people from New York and bring them to California. No, they usually travel with the affect people until rather they either sell them or whatever they're planning on doing, whatever purpose that they have for them. So a lot of them, they'll affect these girls and boys. That's why they're talking about these underground tunnels, because under Diddy's home in California, I don't know about the one in Miami, but the one in California, there is underground access. Now, I don't know nothing about all these tunnels that people going around. I don't know about that. But I do know that there is underground access to his home from other areas. So basically, if he was African people, they're not going to come through the front gate. It's too obvious. And people can also see that. So when you're bringing people in and out, you need a different place. So if you drive 3-4 blocks down the street and then they all get out and then there's an underground passageway or an underground garage or, something like that, they all get out, whether they drive them down or walk them down and then into, through the tunnel and access into Diddy's home. So it's the in and out, type of situation. So they let all the legal people, come through the front doors, like the groupies and stuff that they're inviting to the party and stuff like that. They get front door access because they're leaving, they're. And then you have on the other side, the people that are at the parties, like the people that aren't of age and stuff like that. They didn't come through the front door. They did not. Okay. That's why it was a big deal that the Homeland Security got all of the functioning camera data, any data to show all entry points, because Diddy has cameras everywhere. Okay. And they have a lot of evidence to comb through before going to get him, but they are going to go and get him. They absolutely are. That is far from over. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So I do believe that Homeland Security, because this is not a coincidence, that the day that they popped Diddy, he on his way out of the country. So when Diddy said on TMZ that Diddy's team talked to TMZ and said that Diddy had no idea about the raids about to happen, I don't think he knew before the day. I think he knew the day of, like the morning of. I think someone did contact him and let him know 100%. And that's why he's afraid, because he didn't have any idea. So because he walk around like he God. Oh, they're not going to do anything to me, and I run the city, running around like that, to where he don't feel like he got to get rid of nothing. He don't feel like he got to destroy things and stuff like that, because they ain't going to do nothing to me. I'm protected by this person, that, They already know who they can with. He approaching it with that attitude. And I think that the raid really shocked him, because he thought he's untouchable. The untouchable people, this is the type of stuff that's shocking to them. So this raid is shocking to Diddy. It's shocking to him, because he thought that his power was higher than that. The people that he was connected to, he really felt that they would protect him. The mayors and things in that nature, not just police and something. No, he's connected to a lot of people. This man has shook hands with princes, hung around princes and kings and presidents, and all. This is a very important person. He has a lot of information. He was on Epstein Island. He's very important. He could get a lot of people popped. So them going in there how they went in there, I think the majority of the reason was to protect the people that they needed protected, but the main reason was to find what they needed to take him down. Was to find what they needed to find to take him down, like 100%. So yeah, so Diddy, you're not fooling anyone, son. You're not fooling anyone, son. Moving right along. Let's get into Kim Porter. So Diddy lawsuit Georgia's up Al B. Shore's claim Kim Porter was murdered. Now, if you didn't know, which I'm sure you do, you should. Al B. Shore had came forward after Kim Porter had passed away, and he did a video to where he was crying. And in the video of him crying, he was stating that Lady KP, because that's what he called her. She also calls herself that. He felt like she was murdered, that she did not pass away of natural causes and things like that. No, not at all. She was taken from here. Okay. After that, a few years, I believe, like a year or two, 3 maybe, Al B. Shore fell sick. He was in the hospital for months. He had to rehabilitate to the point where he had to learn to walk again. He had to learn to talk again. All of that. Couldn't eat on his own. Couldn't drink on his own. It was a lot that had went on with Al B. Shore. So people were really worried about him. And it kind of just happened, just like out of the blue. It's just like, what is going on with Al B. Shore? So let's read this. Diddy was sued by former girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a Manhattan federal court on Thursday, November 16th. And the former couple settled less than 24 hours later. The bombshell allegations and swift resolution has been the talk of social media since the news initially broke. Diddy has left a series of women in his wake, from Jennifer Lopez and Cassie Ventura to Kim Porter and stylist Misa Hilton. Some relationships were more significant than others, and at least 2 of them produced children. All the chatter has dredged up a claim Kim Porter's ex and father of her son, Quincy, Al B. Shore, made in 2020. Nearly 2 years after Kim Porter passed away of lobar pneumonia, as he wrote in a since deleted Instagram post, the morning of the at Soul Train Awards, BET pre-production, all bees, hashtag all bees. Around the world, I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady KP, aka Kim Porter's murder. Okay, so he said that she was murdered right there, murder. Okay, and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell and Tishina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking if I was okay and did I hear the news. I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kimberly just didn't check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's bullshit. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son's Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix. Now, that was a picture we looked at earlier with Quincy, Al B. Shore, and Diddy in the same photo. And she was fantastic. She was in fantastic health as well, laughing, seeing me, and at Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it there. So again, that was per Kim's request that Al B. Shore and Diddy take a picture with Quincy. Al B. Shore hates Diddy. I mean, that's how he felt about Diddy. Okay. So he loved Kim. And since she was like, hey, can you take a picture? He agreed. He obliged. He even spoke of it. My Cash App, it's my name right here. The $sign is right next to it. Right here, but I can ask me to pay my Cash App. I love you guys. I can do that. So thank you so much. So with him speaking on this premiere, I think he wanted to speak on that photo to let everybody know that he is not dealing with Diddy. Like, I don't deal with him. Okay. I did that for Kim. Kim wanted me to take a picture with him, so I took a picture with him. That's it. That's all in the story. Shout out to Moonlight Shine for becoming a member. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Shout out to Shamise for the super stickers. Just as I feel like they're looking for X tapes. I feel like they found them. Absolutely. Shout out to Danny Drews for the super sticker. She says, do you think Diddy gave Quincy the heads up because he seems to be the fave Son, do you think Diddy leaked the videos of Bieber making racist jokes? We'll touch that another time. Yeah, I don't know why y'all ain't get rid of this hoe a long time ago, but I'll do it for y'all. I don't know, maybe the minds are busy. So I'll say this. I don't think Diddy gave Quincy the heads up. Quincy does not live with Diddy. He does not live with him. So it doesn't matter that they were doing the raid. They were doing the raids on Diddy's homes and the lawsuits where they dictate these crimes happen with the ex-African, right? So where he stays, which he could have been in a hotel, Quincy could have been in a hotel in California or kicking it with a female. Who knows? Why but he don't kick it with his brothers like that. Quincy is more of a fan, in my opinion, based on pictures and stuff like that. He's with his family. He's a family man. His sisters and Christian mean everything to him. That's why you'll see him in a lot of pictures with his brother Christian in videos, and you'll see the same thing with his sisters. He is not like that with Justin. Quincy and Justin are not close. Christian and Justin are. They are, because both of them are losers. So it's like, they're losers. Quincy is not a loser. Quincy wants more for himself. He did learn a lot of stuff from Diddy, in my opinion. The entrepreneur, all of those aspects and stuff like that. I think that he took those things from Diddy, and I think he's going to run with them, but he's going to do it the right way, type of situation. But and also in the lawsuits, Quincy is not named in any lawsuit. Justin and Christian have came up in 2, mainly this Lil Rod lawsuit. But Lil Rod, the time that he had been around Diddy, he still says nothing about Quincy, because Quincy's not like them. Quincy is different. Quincy's different. Quincy is a mama's boy. Kim raised him well, and he loved his mom. He really did. And he took heed to those lessons and the things that she taught him. He did. So that is what I think when it comes to that. I don't think Diddy gave him the heads up or anything like that, because Diddy didn't know till that morning. And I believe Diddy probably would have given Justin and Christian the heads up of what was going on, but they were asleep. They partied till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and was recording in the studio at the home there in California. So I think that they were asleep. It was a possibility that he did try to reach out to them to let them know what was up. The last they talked to Diddy, Diddy was headed to take the girls on spring break. So I'm sure that they were probably going to join, because he said he was going to take all of them. So I'm sure Quincy, Christian, all of them would have ended up going to wherever, the Caribbean or wherever Diddy was planning on taking the children for spring break vacation, because the twins are on spring break. So that's what he said he was planning on doing, which why he was traveling with his children in a mule. I have no idea. I mean, if that makes sense, because for them to say that the dealer is not connected to Diddy, that makes no sense when the lawsuit is the reason why y'all was after him in the first place, because Brendan Paul was listed as the mule inside of the lawsuit. And not only in Little Rod's lawsuit, in Cassie's lawsuit as well. She talked about Brendan. She absolutely did. Okay, 100%. So they're following the information of the receipts that they were given, and their receipts they panned out. So Lil Rod, as of right now, when it comes to the majority of these allegations, is telling the truth. Quincy is not one of those allegations. It is alleged that Justin Combs and Christian Combs have R-worded girls, and the girls were underage, allegedly. So if there's going to be RICO and stuff stemming from this, Quincy don't have nothing to worry about, because from what it's giving, Quincy doesn't have anything to do with anything. Quincy, yeah, and he don't live with Diddy, so he wouldn't have been a part of the raids anyway. He just wouldn't have been part of it, because he live in New York. He does not. Christian and Justin are losers, and yeah, they still live with him. Like, they're losers. The twins gonna move out before them. I can promise you that. The twins and I'm a girl is gonna move out before them. Quincy is 32 years old, about to be 33. If he's not 33 already, he don't live with him. So no, I don't think Quincy's the favorite. I think certain things have transpired between Diddy and Justin. I mean, not sorry, Lord, not Justin. Diddy and Quincy. That relationship is not a good one. And I think it took for Kim to pass away for Quincy to see that it's not. Diddy always calling him beautiful, pretty, kissing on him, touching on him, having him sit on his lap, all type of stuff. It's more to that story. It's more to that story. Okay. Quincy is not Diddy's biological son. He's not. Okay. Now, I don't think Diddy has done anything to Justin or Christian. I don't. But when it comes to Quincy, I think that's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. And Diddy is publicly inappropriate with him. So if he's publicly inappropriate with him, imagine what's happening behind the scenes. You got people like Lil Rod saying his lawsuit that Diddy would fondle and do certain things to him. Why wouldn't he do those things to Quincy if he's just walking up to Quincy, kissing him all on his cheek and rubbing his face and this one video, which I'm gonna pull up, I'll try to pull up for the next live. Diddy was trying to kiss Quincy on the lips. Quincy gave him his cheek, but Diddy wanted to kiss him on the lips. Because when somebody going in to kiss you on the cheek, that's where their lips go. Quincy had to turn his face. So Diddy's lips went forward up. Because Quincy, and he came up to, kiss him. And then when his lips traveled to his face, Quincy turned his face. I think that there's more to that story. I think it's another reason why it's imperative that he protect his sisters. He's not going to leave them. He's not. Because Christian is a lost cause. King Combs is a lost cause. He's an addict that, girl, Christian is a lost cause. Justin is a lost cause. They're lost causes. Absolutely. I feel that when Kim Porter passed, it was a moment for Quincy to reflect and enter a mature lane. And when Kim Porter passed, I think Christian went the opposite. I do. Because Christian has always been a daddy's boy. Always up under Diddy. Quincy was always up under Kim. Yes, Christian is king. Yes. Yes. His rap name is King Combs. His real name is Christian. His name is not King. His name is Christian. But so I think that he went the other route. I think Christian had a lot of regrets when Kim passed. I probably regretted not spending more time with her, and stuff like that. And I feel like when it comes to what's his face, I just think that her death, she was the glue. Kim was the glue. She absolutely was. She was the glue. So moving right along, let's keep going. So I'll be sure comes forward with these claims that Kim Porter had passed away, not due to normal circumstances. So also here, I'll be sure never explained what led him to that conclusion, but the court of public opinion has its theories. As someone tweeted, but I'll be sure was saying something happened to Kim Porter. Nobody wanted to listen. Then he got sick suddenly. Y'all should have listened. They rekindled before she passed. Now, the reason they rekindled before she passed was because Diddy kept Kim away from Al-B. Okay, he literally stole that woman out of that relationship. She never wanted to be with Diddy, just like Cassie. She never wanted to be with him. Absolutely not. Diddy tried to put babies in Cassie. I think Cassie went got on birth control so that she can make sure that she didn't have no baby. Because all the people he has kids by, he tried to trap. Not the other way around. Women don't trap him with babies. He traps women with babies. Absolutely does. But he chooses who he wants to have a baby with. 100%. All right, let's get into this. Did Diddy murder ex-wife? Well, I don't know why they said ex-wife. Kim Porter. New allegations says so. The tragic passing of Kim Porter, a beloved figure in the entertainment industry, continues to raise questions and suspicions. Her passing, initially attributed to pneumonia, has been surrounded by a web of complex circumstances, prompting demands for a fresh investigation. Okay, so people still to this day, and I think now it will be reopened. I think everything with Diddy, because once you see one thing happen, that the person lied about this and got away with this, you're going to start to look at everything. Kind of like with, R. Kelly, you had other women coming forward saying that he did certain things to them underage and stuff like that. So that made them revisit the whole Rashonda thing, the first X tape and whatnot. So I think this is going to trigger the same thing. Shout out to Latasha. I think it's going to trigger the same thing. So, okay. Porter's former partner and a potential cover-up. In this post, we will dive into the evolving allegations surrounding Kim Porter's untimely death and explore the evidence of Diddy's alleged behavior and manipulation. So, okay, we already know how she passed. Okay, but we're going to get into that anyway. Kim Porter's passing shocked her loved ones and close friends, leaving them with a sense of disbelief and anger. However, recent developments have cast doubt on the official cause of her passing. Emerging perspectives contest the explanation of pneumonia, suggesting foul play may be involved. Reports indicate that toxins were found in Kim Porter's body, leading to the questions about the initial ruling and the subsequent replacement of the coroner handling the case. When Kim Porter first passed away, her passing was listed as a homicide. Okay. And the coroner that stated that Kim Porter passed away due to a homicide was Ed Winters. Okay. Ed Winter was the coroner to the stars, if you will. Michael Jackson, Brittany Murphy, Whitney Houston, and so on and so forth. So many people. He's also known for being honest. He will tell the truth. Now, I feel like Ed, God rest his soul, I feel like he did help cover up certain things for certain people. But quickest way to get blocked, say that whole name. So when she first passed initially, Ed came in, Ed Winters, which is the same person who changed Michael's autopsy, because Michael had one autopsy when they first started Michael Jackson. And then when he did the autopsy, he noticed a bunch of, like holes and punctures inside of Michael that should not have been there, and they needed to be explained. So he's the one who popped the veil on the whole case, pulled the veil on the whole case to where this actually went into trial against Dr. Conrad Murray. So he's the one that did it. Now, he came in initially and did Kim Porter's autopsy and displayed that there were toxins that was in her body that could be registered as poison. Okay, so they needed to further investigate the toxins in order to figure out exactly what that were. Before that happened, Ed was fired and replaced with another coroner. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. Don't let nobody tell you that this story is not true, because we have even more proof. Let's get into that. And we're going to pull that up right here. Okay, let's pull it right here. This is Kim Porter's original autopsy, the information from it, because most of it has been scrubbed from the internet. Okay, please hit the like, please hit the like. Authorities were called to Porter's, and Porter was pronounced dead at the scene at 11:40 a.m. on November 2016, or November 16, 2018. An autopsy was performed on Porter, and the cause of death was deferred pending further investigation. It was later determined. Now, this was after the second coroner came in and did the second autopsy on her. It was stated that it was lobar pneumonia. Before that, they had to defer it And let me pull up a deferred. It means that they need more information. And the person that needed more information, the person that deferred it, was Ed Winter. Ed Winter deferred the autopsy. It says here, deferred means that after an autopsy, a cause of death has not been determined by the medical examiner. Is requesting more investigation into the death, including additional studies. Okay, so it was deferred, meaning Ed needed more information on the toxins that was in her body. This needs to be further investigated. So at that point in time, they were basically said when they arrived on the scene, they said that it was because she had pneumonia, and even TMZ had reported that she had been complaining about pneumonia for like several weeks and stuff like that, which is a lie. Kim was in good health. Like, she was not complaining about pneumonia. And then most times when they're putting toxins in your system, it happens over time. So just because you put something in somebody's food or drink or something like that does not mean they're going to pass away overnight. Depends on how strong the toxin is. Some toxins take days, some take weeks, some takes months, some take years, to actually end the person. Okay, so that is what happened to Kim. So when Al B. Sure came forward and said that Kim was murdered, he was not lying, because the first report was that this was a homicide investigation and that Ed Winter deferred the autopsy because he needed more information on the toxins. So it's given that the toxins that was in her body he was not familiar with, but okay, it could be poisonous. That's why he said that it was a homicide, because she didn't take that on her own. She was obviously taking it unbeknownst to her, and she ended up passing away from it. But he wanted to know what the toxin was. So, like, was this in a medication? Or because sometimes it could be, you're on a new medication and there's certain things in it that your body's allergic to or reacts to, and you pass away. But it wasn't given that. It was given poison. It's like this was deliberate, is what it was giving. So not only that, with that being said, with the whole it being deferred, and when I was going to bring up another really good point. Hold on, I think I already have it saved. Bringing up another really good point when it comes to this and it being deferred. So Kim Porter's Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, 47, passed away from pneumonia that was caused by flu. Says Kim Porter, 47, passed away in November, and the cause of death has been a mystery since. Okay, now this was published, and because them announcing that it was lumbar pneumonia, that didn't happen until January in 2019. So until then, and she passed away in November. So this was updated on January 25th, 2019, but this was published on. Was it published same now? I guess. So and it is commonly caused by flu or viruses and effects of one part of the lung. Porter was an actress and model, but was best known as Diddy's ex-girlfriend. Okay, let's keep going because okay. Where is okay? The 47-year-old was found unalive in her bedroom of her mansion in November. Her cause of death was announced on Friday by the medical examiner in Los Angeles after months of mystery and speculation. So if it was lumbar pneumonia, why would it take months to find that out? Why would it take months to find that out? Also, let's pull this up. This was the point I was going to pull up. Not only was her first investigation or her first autopsy ruled as a homicide. Hold on. Pull this up too. Happened right after she passed away. Right after. Let's pull this up too. Did he think he's slick? You're not. You're popped. This happened as well. Diddy's house where Kim Porter died burglarized. Okay. It's another thing. Why was there a burglary in the house, and then right after the burglary, because they only took specific things because the house wasn't destroyed or anything like that. Whoever came there and burglarized the home knew what they were looking for. Now, allegedly, it was Kim Porter's tell-all book. Allegedly, we don't know, but he sold the house right after. He sold it right after. Why didn't he sell her apartment in New York? Why did he give that to Quincy, but sold the house that she passed away in? That's weird. If he was selling things of hers, why not sell everything? Why only sell the house that she passed away in, and then that same house was burglarized? Same one. Absolutely. Yes, he sold the house. Yes, he did. Hold on, I can pull that up too. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. No, I'll keep a receipt. No, I'll keep a receipt. And I'm a girl. Hold on. Let's pull that up too. Let's pull that up too, girl. And let's pull that up right now. Here you go. The proof is in the pudding. Diddy bids final goodbye to late girlfriend Kim Porter, sells 6.5 million Tuca. Is that how you said it? Tuca? Lake home. This is where Kim Porter passed. Absolutely. Absolutely. And as proof, let's read it. Music mogul owns 2 Los Angeles homes, but he recently let go of one of them for a sad reason. The home was formerly occupied by his late ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter. As the mother of four of his 6 kids, she resided and passed away here from pneumonia in November 2018. And I'm a girl. And he sold the house. Well, it was an escrow. Well, I believe he put it up on the market in 2019 or 2020. He put it on the market. But yeah, he's the same house, and the burglary happened before he put the house on the market. That didn't happen after. It happened before he put the house on the market. So the initial autopsy stated that it was a homicide. They fire Ed Winter, and then Ed Winter passed away not too long after that. Literally. Hold on. Hold on. Let's put Ed Winter. Hold on. So when people said he didn't make money off Kim Porter, he had a life insurance policy on her. The house she stayed in, he sold for almost $7 million. He made plenty of money off that woman. Plenty of money off that woman. Ed Winter, corner to the stars, dead at 73. It happened last year. He passed away last year, and he was right here. Ed Winter, the deputy LA County coroner who handled the death cases investigations into some of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood, has died. TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Winter passed away at his LA home, area home, Friday of natural causes. Winter was right there in front of the cameras in cases including Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Brittany Murphy, Paul Walker, Tom Petty, and Corey Haim. Yeah, go away. Okay. Winter later said Jackson had enough propofol in him to put down a rhinoceros or an elephant. But Winter knew there was more to the story and also set his sights on Dr. Arnold Klein, Jackson's dermatologist, who fueled him almost daily with massive doses of Demerol. He tried to get Klein's medical records and eventually disclosed Jackson had 19 aliases to score Uggs, and Klein was a principal enabler. Okay, so he popped Comrade and this doctor when it came to Michael Jackson. He was allegedly, Ed Winter was trying to get Kim Porter's case reopened last year, well, at the end of 2022, and then he passed away in 2023. And I'm a girl. You can say it's a coincidence if you want to. He was the coroner that said that Kim Porter passed away of a homicide. They fire him. You don't think he was going to fight tooth and nail to prove that he was correct? You don't think he was going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that he got not revenge, but at the same time, he know what he's talking about. So he like, no, I know what happened to her. And no, we need to defer this autopsy so that we can find out more information because they were trying to close it. He was not trying to let them. Ed, he would not let them close it. No. He was not, because her original passing was cardiac arrest. Hold on. Hold on. Cardiac arrest has passing away of cardiac arrest has nothing to do with lumbar pneumonia. No, it does not. Hold on, let me pull that up. And I'm my girl. Oh. So Ed Winter, famed coroner, just so happened to also die after he was instructed to reopen Kim Porter's case to verify her original cause of death. And my girl, okay? Hold on, there's more. Hold on. Good. Now that was in 2022. In 2022, at the end of 20, I think it was either November or December of 2022, Ed was instructed to reopen Kim's autopsy, not a criminal case, an autopsy, so that it could go back to the original cause of death, which was cardiac arrest due to toxins in the body. Toxins in her body allegedly caused Kim Porter's heart to stop. And my girl had nothing to do with her lungs. Then all of a sudden it was right here. Let's go to this too. Right here, Reddit. What happens to Kim Porter? Here says pneumonia, but the first person who exhumed her body found that she had some sort of poison in her system and ruled it a homicide. Soon after, he was removed, Ed Winter, removed from the case, and a new person was hired for the job. And then they went with pneumonia, natural causes as cause of death. Soon after this, original forensic guy who found the poisonous remnants mysteriously passed away. There's more. Let's get into them stating that Kim Porter allegedly passed away of cardiac arrest in the first autopsy. I believe I have that too. I believe I am, Landy. Okay. Let's get into this. So I typed in who conducted Kim Porter's autopsy in November. Actress model Kim Porter passed away in San Fernando Valley residence in November. Was found to have died of lumbar pneumonia. The Los Angeles medical examiner coroner determined. Now, hold on. Let me make sure I have the right article so we can get into. Okay. Because girl. Now there's another person that is trying to reopen this case, but Cassie allegedly, in her first full lawsuit, mentioned a lot of information about Kim Porter, about her. No, that's not right. Yeah. Now look at this, y'all. Because if you type this also in, you got to just want to say there's always like keywords, and so that you have to type in to make sure. Okay, so right here it says Kim Porter. Let me make this big so y'all can see I'm not making nothing up. It says this. She was declared dead at 11:40 a.m. local time. Los Angeles Sheriff's Office confirmed Kim Porter's death in a statement. According to the emergency dispatch call by TMZ, the call came in as cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest is what it came in as. That's heart failure. That has nothing to do with the lungs. How does it go from heart to lungs? That is why the initial report on Kim Porter was a homicide, not natural. There's nothing natural about her heart just stopping. There's nothing natural about it because she's healthy. healthy. So there was no, how did her heart just stop? Like, what? And then it switches to lungs. Oh, she had no lobar pneumonia. It's natural causes, case closed. So then when Ed Winter got there, Ed Winter's like, no, this don't have nothing to do with no pneumonia. No, her heart stopped. She passed because her heart stopped. Not due to lung failure. It was due to her heart. If it was lung failure, they would have called Kim. If your lung is failing, you're gonna know. You're gonna be panting. It's gonna be hard to breathe. You're gonna want to go in somewhere. Now, with your heart, that's a little different. It depends on like if you're having a heart attack, because the heart attacks, from what I hear, are really painful. So that's different. You know, you getting up complaining about your heart versus your lungs. Now, the lungs can affect the heart. So if you're having a hard time breathing, it can make the heart work harder. And when you're panicked and whatnot, when the adrenaline's pumping, the heart does beat faster, you know, and whatnot. So not being able to breathe can affect the heart like 100%. But that's not the situation. It's not the situation. They called and said that Kim Porter, when they found her, that it was due to her heart stopping. Nothing to do with the lungs. Kim Porter complained nothing about her lungs or not being able to breathe or it being hard to breathe. She never said anything like that. If anything, she was just kind of had like a little cold, I mean, if you will, or sometimes when you don't feel good, you don't get all the symptoms, but sometimes you are just, you know, just a normal little head or feet cold. You know, no big deal. You just don't feel well. Just want to lay down for a while. Sometimes a nap or two, or just laying around lounging all day. Give yourself a good 24 hours, 48 hours, and you're right back. You feel great. It's like, you know, she had traveled out of the country and not too long before she had passed away, but I think it was like a month before, or something like that. But she got all of her shots and stuff prior, and she got she had a doctor's appointment before she left, and she had a doctor's appointment when she came back, and she was fine. She was fine. All tests that was ran on her, she was good. She felt good. She was taking care of kids like she normally do. Everything was good. Everything was fine. So how does it go from her being completely healthy? How does it go from her being completely fine to all of a sudden she's just gone? That's it. Your family member is in front of you, they're fine, they're well. Like, I'll just go lay down, I don't feel the greatest. Well, if there are toxins in her system, why would she feel well? Why would she feel well? Why? Why? Diddy was there when Kim Porter was found unalived. He was there. When she was gone, he has 2 homes there. The house that got raided, that's where he was at. The home in Homely Hills, that's where he was. He went from there to her house. To that, well, it's still his house, but she was living there. He was there. So when the coroners and all of that stuff got there, when they came out talking about some, when Ed Winter came out talking about some, oh yeah, this looking like, you know, homicide, look, you know, something ain't right, something ain't looking right about this scene, you know, or her in there, something ain't right about this. I'm gonna have this deferred. Diddy was like bullshit and called the elite and said, look at here, we got a problem. And then with Ed Winter coming forward again, which in 2023, still saying that Kim Porter's autopsy should be reopened. It should have been deferred until the toxins that were found in her body were discovered. Because you're not going to know everything like right off the, no, sometimes you have to like research it and see like where it's coming from and whatnot. Her autopsy was unexplained for months. She passed away in November. Her lobar autopsy, that didn't come out until January. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so long? They got her body right away. Yeah. They didn't pull her body out of the grave and give her another autopsy. No. Her autopsies were done before burial. So there's no reason why it took so long to figure out that it was pneumonia. That's something you could usually figure out right away. Natural causes are the easiest autopsies. They're the easiest. They're the easiest ones. There are a lot of toxins in the system that are put in the system that are not easy to detect. They're not. That's why they defer, so that they can figure out what it is. Sometimes it's not even from like this country. Sometimes it's probably with somewhere else and something happened, or drink something, or it bit by a snake, or who knows. So wasn't Kim cremated? No, Kim was not cremated. She was buried in a gold casket. I believe. Was it like rose gold or something like that? Yeah, I believe. No, she was not cremated. No. That, and then with Ed Winter passing away, which they say of natural causes. Yeah, shout out to Sloan Bella. We're gonna be putting her in a live that we do later on today. We're going to be talking about Sloan Bella and her predictions and stuff like that. We will absolutely be getting into her as well. Yes, the Promethean casket, correct. Golden Promethean caskets, which they say that are sacrificial caskets. But yeah. So with Kim Porter, because she didn't need to be buried in a gold casket, like for what Diddy had her put in a gold casket. That wasn't a request of hers. That wasn't in like her will or anything like that. That was all his decision. Just like he owns everything of hers. Everything Kim left behind went to Diddy. Now, if her family got any of it, I don't know. But as far as I know, Diddy kept everything of hers. Everything. It's like all in storage or something like that. But yeah, because I've seen Quincy out of storage once of hers, because he was like touching stuff that she, from back in the day. And when I saw, I think it was like a video on his like IG, or like a little video on his Twitter, he was at the storage of Kim Porter's. So yeah, and the daughters too, because they like reworn dresses of hers and stuff like that, because now they're like her size, or like same height, all that stuff. So yeah, we will be getting into Sloan Bella. Shout out to Sloan Bella. Shout out to her. We will be getting into that later. Yes, absolutely. Kim Porter's casket was ordered about, I think it was, when was that? Was it like a month? A month? I think it was like a month before, if I'm not mistaken, or a couple weeks. That casket, because it takes about like 3 weeks to a month for them to make the Promethean caskets. Those aren't made overnight. No. It takes weeks. And I think the quickest they can get it done is in like 3 weeks, because we did a live on that. I think it's like the quickest they can get those Promethean caskets done is about 3 weeks, because it takes them a decent amount of time to make those, because they are made out of gold. So the welding and whatnot is different. It's not, just throwing a casket. No, those are very expensive caskets as well. So yeah, correct. But you can get it done within a month. You can. From what the site, because we even pulled up the site that sells the Promethean caskets. They can get it done. The shortest time that they've gotten it done, I believe, was in a month. Something like 3 to 4 weeks. Was the closest that they had got it done. So he had pre-ordered her caskets. Now, some people do. That's not strange, because when people do like their wills and stuff like that, or when they're getting older, they will go pick like their death plots, like where they're going to be buried, their casket, all of that stuff is picked out prior. So if your insurance covers it, all that stuff can be paid for and taken care of long before you pass away. Long before. But to be doing it for somebody else is weird, because Kim didn't order that casket. If Kim would have ordered the casket, that wouldn't have been weird. She didn't. He did. Now that is weird. Like, that is weird. But if Kim would have ordered it, that would have been weird. People do it all the time. People, plan their funerals and stuff all the time. Their last request and stuff like they do that all the time. That's no big deal. But to do it for someone else that is in good health, that is weird. Because he did it without Kim. He didn't go get no casket with her. Like, why would she? Hey, I'm gonna come pick you up. We can go look at your caskets. What? Like, because I'll be freaking out too. Somebody call me like, hey, let's go casket shopping for you. No, how about we go for you, motherfucker? How about that? Make sure it's one size fits all. How about that? Now that's extremely suspicious. Him doing it on his own. Kim didn't order that casket. No, she did not. Mm-mm. He did. That's weird. That's suspicious. 100%. Yeah. That I agree with. But a person doing it on their own, I don't think that's weird. Like, people do that all the time. A lot of people don't like to think of like passing away and stuff like that. We don't live forever. We all come to go. So, if a person wants to know what it's going to look like, they pick the clothes that they're going, people do that. You don't have to be in hospice to do those things. Some people do it way before. And Diddy did it way before her. She had no idea that Diddy ordered that casket. And from what I gather, that casket was ordered while she was alive. So she was alive while the casket was ordered. She was not deceased. No, she was not. He did not order that after she died. No, he didn't. It wasn't enough time to make it, correlating to the funeral. Her funeral wasn't in January. She passed away in November. Came like on the way to the middle of November. So her funeral was in December, like the beginning of December, I believe. So they only had a short time. They didn't have a long time to get the Promethean ready. Aretha Franklin's Promethean casket, that was done years before she died. It wasn't because she knew she was gone. She was sick. She was unwell before she passed away. So yes, November 15th. Yeah, so in the middle of the month, she passed away. So it takes at least 4 to 5 weeks for them to get one of those ready, and which money's no problem when it comes to Diddy. So I'm sure he got them like on it. But the order of the casket came while she was alive. She was not deceased. So he can't even lie and say that if he wanted to. That receipt is not going to show after November 15th. 2018. It's not gonna. No, it was before. I believe that it was ordered in, what did we find out, y'all? Was it September? Like September, October? That casket was ordered, that the order was put in for it, but it was not made until after she died. So, but the order was already in. That's weird. The order was already in. I believe Diddy ended Kim Porter's life because he didn't have a choice in his mind. Kim Porter doing that tell-all book would have been 10 times more hurtful to his brand, his money, and his career than Cassie. Cassie does not have children with him. So when Kim would be telling her stories, the children would be fused. Quincy knows if Gene Deal basically watched Diddy assault Kim Porter, you don't think Quincy saw anything growing up? As controlling and manipulative as Diddy is, Kim Porter had left Diddy multiple times. Just leave with her bags in the middle of the night and just run away with her kids. She did it when Quincy was a baby and growing up. When he was younger, she did it while Quincy was, young, or a preteen teenager with his sisters. She would leave him often, all the time. So you don't think Quincy's going to protect his sisters? That's what he's going to do. Those little girls, well, not little girls, young women, look at Quincy as like a father. Because Diddy's not a father. No. Mm-mm. Real fathers don't move like that. I would never get on a fucking flight with my children and some damn shenane. I would never do that. Even if I thought I could get away with it, I still wouldn't do it. I would never put my children in risk of losing me. They need me. So I would never risk it. I'm not going to do anything unless I'm protecting them. Because then they understand I don't feel like children understand anything else. Like all of this stuff that Diddy has done and all of the things that are coming out on him and the claims and the allegations. How do you understand? He goes to jail. How are you explaining that? You should, a good father wouldn't do that. A good father wouldn't do the things that he's doing and that he's done. They wouldn't. Because you won't let anything take you from your children. They're the most important thing. And after Kim Porter passed away, you would think that they would have been the no. If they were, he would have kept the same people around them. After Kim Porter died, Kim Porter had one of her family members as her nanny. So when she did certain things, her family would be looking after her children. Diddy fired all of them. He fired the nanny. That's why she sued him. That's Kim Porter's niece. That's Kim Porter's niece that was suing Diddy for firing her because she needed time off of work. So he basically would have needed to get another nanny while she had her baby, like after she had her baby, because she was pregnant. So, and she was going to be giving birth. So she was doing what most employees do, be like, hey, everything's fine. I can work for you now. But in 6-7 months, I'm going to need a maternity leave so that I can take care of my baby, that I'm pregnant with. Diddy basically told her to get rid of the baby. And since she didn't get rid of the baby and kept her baby, he fired her. Show you how evil and narcissistic he is. Show you how evil and narcissistic he is. Hold on, I can pull that up too. Kim Porter's niece, Stu's Diddy. You know me, I like to come with facts. These other girls, we out here, just saying anything for a click and review, and I'm a girl. And I'm like, let's get into that. Pull that up right now. All because she was pregnant. All because she was pregnant. Let's pull that up. He fired her immediately, but you're a good father. You care about your kids. So the women that have been around them their whole life, protecting them and making sure that they're good, let's fire them because you're crazy. Diddy accuses Kim Porter's alleged niece of failing to do her job properly, because it says properly as his nanny after she sues for wrongful termination. Diddy has demanded the lawsuit filed by a woman claiming to be a relative of his late ex Kim Porter be thrown out of court, Radar Online has learned. According to the court documents obtained by Radar, the music mogul has asked a Los Angeles Superior Court judge to dismiss all the claims brought by his ex-nanny, Raven Wells Walden. As previously reported last year, Raven sued Diddy, accusing him of wrongful termination. In her lawsuit, Raven said Diddy hired her after Kim Porter's passing in 2018 to take care of the twins they shared. So at this point in time, she was employed by Kim. So when Kim passed away, Diddy hired her on as now his nanny. Okay, so this is what this means when she says Diddy hired her after Kim Porter's passing in 2018. The nanny said she moved into Diddy's compound in Los Angeles and became extremely tight with the entire family. She said the whole and this is Diddy's family. She's a part of Kim's family. So this Diddy's compound with Diddy's family. She said the whole situation changed after she became pregnant and asked for maternity leave in August 2020. Raven said she was fired. She claimed a third party told her Diddy had her terminated because she was not married, and that was a bad example for his daughters. How was that a bad example of his daughters? And he has never been married with 6 kids. You got 6 kids, never married. But she got to go because she is unwed, having a child. No, she had to go because she would not abort the mission. You fired her because she would not get rid of her baby. That is why you fired her. Tell the truth. You didn't fire her until she asked for maternity leave. She didn't even need one yet. It was for the future. Just to kind of prepare you. because he didn't hire her pregnant. And if she was pregnant, she didn't know yet. That's weird. So she's a bad example. What? What are you? What was their mom? Kim wasn't married to you. Y'all got 3 kids. What was their mom? Mind your tongue, Diddy. What was Kim Porter then? Was she a bad example? Yeah. Talk what you know, I know what you talk there, buddy. So yeah, I don't believe that he fired her from it. And she said there was another article that we read too. When she was interviewed, I think it was by The Beast. That interviewed her. She said she felt it was because she would not get rid of her baby. So basically, since he was trying to use the excuse that she wasn't married, since you're not married, since you're having a child out of wedlock, you should go get rid of your baby, and then go get married and then have one. Basically, is what it was given. Since you're not married, go get rid of your baby. I'll pay for it. Go get rid of your baby. And I'm a girl. I was like, wow. So yeah, that's why she sued him. She sure did. She sure did. Shout out to sorry. Tasha Sherry for the Super Sticker. She says, Sean, your mods in this chat truly makes my day. Keep up the great work. Uncheckables rock. Thank you so much, Tasha. I love you, sweetheart. I love you, girl. I love you. I love you, girl. Shout out to Lionheart. I love you too. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the Super Sticker. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Shout out to Jackie for the Super Sticker as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sweetheart. Please hit the like as well. Y'all can support the channel for free. Just tap that like. Question, Sean. Thank you so much, Misty, for the Super Sticker. Question, Sean. Do you think that the Elite sacrificed Whitney and Michael J? Thank you for your coverage. Absolutely. Absolutely. Michael was removed from the Elite because he lost his stamina. He did. The Elite wanted Michael to do like 100 shows, and they wanted Michael to come back. 100%. They wanted Michael to come back into the industry. Michael was not interested. Michael was he was in a lot of debt with people and countries. I mean, literally. So he was in a lot of debt, and he was doing those shows so that he could get out of the debt that he had accumulated with certain record companies and labels and stuff like Sony Music and among other things, right? So yeah, and when it came to Whitney lost the voice. Whitney lost the voice. So she had to go. She couldn't be what they needed her to be anymore, you know. Her voice, it wasn't like gone, but if she can get on stage and hit the end eye, it's a wrap for her. And Whitney was in a lot of debt with people. She absolutely was. So they had to end her. Correct. I believe the Michael Jackson, she absolutely did. Please don't make me play it. Whitney Houston was one of my favorite. She's the ultimate celebrity in my eyes, but Whitney Houston was one of my favorite singers, right? She did lose her voice. Like you're not a Whitney Houston fan if you didn't know that. Like, Whitney Houston lost her voice. She did. She couldn't hit none of those notes that she used to hit back in the day. She couldn't even sing "And I Will Always Love You" at all. Even the chorus, she was fumbling on the chorus. She made over 300 people leave one of her paid shows because her voice was that bad. It was literally people walking, like leaving the front row. You know, you pay good tickets for front row, leaving the front row. Now, I love Whitney. I really do. And it's also one of the big reasons why she was insecure before she passed away. It was her voice. Her voice was everything to her. Now, you could talk about Whitney when it came to a lot of things, but that woman singing will not be refused. Like, her voice was everything. And they destroyed her. It wasn't Whitney. Don't get me wrong. She made her own decisions. She did. But they destroyed her. They destroy artists all the time. And then when they want them or need them, you know, when a Prince, you know, or somebody's like, hey, I want Whitney Houston to perform here. No different thing like y'all just saw Rihanna perform at a billionaire's wedding. She didn't just perform at a fan's wedding. No. She was paid good money to do so, but she still has the talent. She still has the voice. She still has what she needs to deliver. Whitney could not deliver. She couldn't. It's very unfortunate, but they destroyed her voice. They did. They did. They destroyed her voice. They did. That's why Whitney, I feel like, was in such a dark place before she passed away because she missed her voice. She missed it. And they destroyed it. They did. The things, the people, the instances that they will put her in, 100%. percent So I believe that they destroyed her on purpose. And when they have to end a person in their prime. So at that point in time, Whitney was trying to make a comeback again, you know, and all of that stuff, which she would have. But it's some people like Whitney and Michael were worth more dead than alive. Absolutely. Whitney Houston passed away. All of her albums was #1, trending iTunes, this, that, blah, 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 memorabilia. Michael Jackson, same thing. Same thing. Him not doing the This Is It tour, it didn't matter when they had a, what was it, $2 to $3 billion insurance claim on Michael. So when Michael didn't fulfill the tour, their touring company got billions. So they still got their money. It was like he went on tour and it was successful because that's how they got paid. The touring company. Absolutely. So yeah, but they knew Michael was not going to be able to do those 55 shows because they were trying to push it to like 100. And then force him to do a Vegas residency. Michael didn't want to do none of that. Michael was supposed to originally do 10 shows. 10 shows, this is it. That's why he called it This Is It. The Elise said, no, it's not. No, it's not. Michael Jackson's tour pre-sold out. That's how popular Michael Jackson was. His tour, which was around the world, 10 cities, you know, was sold out before he stepped foot on tour, the first 10. That's why they kept adding them, because they kept selling out. But Michael, he couldn't do that. It was too much on his body. Michael was a frail thing, bedbound a lot, skin disease, all types. Like he was going through a lot, so he couldn't do that many. So they said, "Well, we gotta, you gotta die. Do the tour or die." Michael couldn't do that tour. There would have been no way, no way at all. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is a full-out performer, like full out, and him doing 10 shows, yeah. Then it went to 15, then it went to 20, then it went to 25, then it went to 30, then it went to 35, then it went to 40, then it went to 55. It's like, They just kept adding that because it kept selling out. So they're like, oh my God, like if we added this, then we'd be able to. And then if we add, that tour company was greedy. They ran Michael into the ground. They did. Then for them to be sitting on the stand and be pleading the fifth when it comes up to where they knew that the propofol that Conrad was giving Michael was compromised, they pleaded the fifth. So the thing that killed him, they knew it did. They have been given information via email that stated that they knew that the propofol was compromised. So Conrad Murray was the fall guy. He was the fall guy. Okay, because Michael had two doctors. He had Michael Conrad or Michael Murray or Conrad Murray, whatever. He was Michael's doctor. And then the touring company had their own doctor. So Michael had two. And that doctor was going to go on tour with him. And so was but Murray was going to go on tour with him too. So he would have two doctors on tour. So why didn't their doctor give Michael the propofol? Why wasn't Murray? Because he was a fall guy. They set him up. They absolutely did. Even the touring company was on trial and Michael's passing. They were on trial because they stood the most. When he passed away, they had an insurance policy on everything when it came to Michael Jackson. So they got all their money in full because he didn't do one show. He didn't even get a chance to do one show because they knew he couldn't fulfill it. So instead of doing one show, let's just get rid of him because then the policy covers the whole tour, instead of just, and I'm a girl. So that's what that were. Okay, we have been here for 2 hours, and I'm a girl. We will be back this evening. Hold on, there was another super sticker. Shout out to Tricky Gaming for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Hold on, let's shout out the cash apps. Shout out to Dream Seeker. Thank you so much, Dream Seeker. Shout out to Kiera. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Shout out to Sonia. Shout out to Chanel, and shout out to Michelle as well. Thank y'all all so much for all of your support. Thank you. I love you all. And I will see y'all this evening with a whole new live, a bunch of new information that we will be breaking down. There is a strong possibility that Kim Porter's case will be being reopened. Now, I don't know about the homicide part, but her autopsy, that is definitely up for question and should be looked into. It absolutely should be, because the cause of death just didn't make any sense. And then it was just way too much. It was just way too much. So we will be back to talk more about that. Shout out to Misty. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for the super sticker. She's a new subscriber. Thank you for all this info. No problem, sweetheart. We will be back with so much more. So I hope you all are enjoying yourselves. I'm enjoying breaking this information down. We've been talking about this for years. This is nothing new to us. It's amazing to see that all the research that we've been doing is coming to fruition. It's like this stuff wasn't in vain, and we were spot on about a lot of stuff. Not just me, you as the audience as well. Y'all bring me so much stuff, and I really appreciate it because I just pull off of your guys' energy. What you give. Shout out to Quincy Brown. Quincy Brown does not owe anybody anything. He has not snitched on anyone. He is not in hiding from the public. If he's in hiding from anyone, it's Diddy. If he was my dad, I would be hiding from him too. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be seen with him. There's like nothing, like literally, like I wouldn't want anything to do with all of this stuff that's going on. Like, why would I want any involvement? So why would you? Would you want any involvement? I mean, Diddy was your dad. Would you be like, you got celebrities that will defend Diddy before his own kids? Like, they're not going to say a word. I wouldn't. I love you guys. And until the next show, which will be later on today, y'all have a good one. I love you guys. So much. Bye.